this isn't a super fiddly pattern, but it's usually more fiddly than I'm used to underneath the camera. You'd love to make an ornament for Christmas. Let me think. Ooh, I have one that you might be interested in. It is pretty simple. Let me think. But it's one that I like to make every year. So it's, you know, fairly simple as far as, you know, shapes and what's involved. It's a free pattern. So Wild Whimsies, if you were interested in doing like a mini amigurumi kind of thing, that free snowman ornament, that's a pretty good one. It does use a double crochet stitch for the brim of the hat, but you could either, you know, you could try out double crochet, and if it's too much right now, you could just do the brim of the hat as more single crochet. You don't actually have to do the double crochet. You can, you know, there's options. But that's a pretty fun one. And I mean, there's stuff like mini stockings that you can do too. If it's an ugly sweater contest without a sweater, you should stitch all the things to a... I was wondering, when they said it was an ugly sweater crochet along, Daedalus, I was wondering if they were going to have you do like a bunch of little like appliques or something like that, and then at the end say like, you know, stitch it all to a sweater now. But I don't know why they picked ugly sweater. Nervous. It was a delightful set of coincidences. You have to get going and start your day. All right. It was nice to run into you too. All right. Yeah, I hope you do. I usually stream on Mondays and Fridays from 8:30 to 11:30, you know, East Coast US time. So I'll be around. I hope you have a great day. I'm glad you came by. It was nice talking with you. And it's good to meet a fellow New Hampshireite. New Hampshire person. Yeah. 1 second, finding my pattern again so I can actually do things. So we've got 1, 2, 3, doing a decrease. Quick hydrate before you dehydrate. Thank you. I shall. That's good. It's just water. Just water. But it's cold, therefore it's good. Cold water is where it's at. But yeah, Wild Whimsies. That's a pattern that I like to do every year. You can, and there's so many different things that you can do with it. Eventually, if you're feeling more confident with single crochet, you can use different types of yarn. I like to use a boucle type yarn. It's like has like fuzzes in it and different textures in it. It's harder to see the stitches, so you have to be more confident about knowing exactly where to put your hook. But yeah, there's some fun stuff you can do with it. The pattern. One second here. I feel like I forgot something somewhere. Oh good, I just counted that wrong. That's an easy fix. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an easier fix than it could have been. I think, or did I do something else wrong? 1 second. Two and three. Ah. Did all the way back there wrong. Again, as long as I don't have to take out the color work and then mess with the strings again, I'm happy. It's okay. That's what I get for talking and crocheting. Yeah, like I was saying before, I have thought about when I do a market having some kind of either a sign or even putting it on my business card, like, like check me out on Twitch if you want, I guess. Whatevs, you don't have to. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Part of the thinking of that was that if someone wanted a custom thing or if someone just kind of wanted to see like how these things were made, or I have a lot of crocheters and knitters stop by my booth, and as a crocheter or a knitter they don't buy things from my booth, but I have a lot of fun talking with them. We'll talk shop or whatever. So I've thought about advertising. Hang out with me on Twitch. I'm just not good at self-promotion. Do I only sell in person? For right now, I only sell in person. I do local arts markets. I have sold on Etsy in the past. I had one thing that I would make on Etsy all year round, which was a really cute griffin pattern. Also not my pattern, it was a paid pattern. But I would make that for people who wanted griffin things. And then every Christmas I would offer some crocheted Christmas ornaments on Etsy. And I don't think I did it last year, and I'm not really planning on doing that this year. I do want to open up a Ko-fi store, though. I need to take more pictures. I've started taking pictures of some of my things so I can put them up on Ko-fi, and we'll see how that goes. But yes, I do want to start offering more things online. Like I've kind of left it open to that if someone really wanted a thing, and you're here watching on Twitch and you wanted a thing, like feel free to message me. I'm probably fairly likely to be like, oh yeah, if you want this, it would cost this much. It would cost this much for postage. We can do Venmo or PayPal, and let's do this. So that's how Kit got her spiders, and Shannigan's also got a spider that way. So I'm open to that. But I don't have any like actual storefront right now. Stop. It's nice to find people in the same time zone. You talk with people in California, Utah, Australia, UK, Bulgaria, Netherlands, Norway, and Russia. All the time zones can make your head explode. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I used to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I used to run a art trade forum for a long while. And yeah, you had to keep track of where everyone was in the world, what time zone they were in. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that can make your head explode for sure. And I am still not good with Pacific, like Australia and Japan. I am not good with okay, so they're ahead, but they're also in the next day already sometimes, but sometimes not, and I keep forgetting what the actual math is for figuring out Australia and Japan. Oh my goodness, I'm ready to be done with these spots. Turns out cute. It's all worth it in the end, I promise. But the spots are just small enough that I don't want to cut and tie inside the piece. And they're just long enough it's a pain in the butt. Hey, Mama Jewel, welcome in. How are you doing? I hope your week is going well so far. So far things are good here. We did Streamiversary on Monday, which was fun. So now I'm officially in my second year, which is crazy. And yeah, we're ready for some warm weather. We're having high 60s and low 70s for the next week, which is crazy here in New Hampshire. It's nuts. But Yeah, got to do a bunch of yard work, and I'm not going to argue too much about the warmer weather for now. It's a different season. Yeah, summer and yeah, in the southern hemisphere, keeping track of like different seasons and like it's still weird to wrap my mind around that like Christmas in Australia is a summer holiday. But I've talked with I like in the art exchange group and everything, we had two people from Australia, and I believe I remember them saying that in their Christmas decorations and stuff, they'll still have like snow with their Santa Claus figures even though it's summer there. I mean, you know, it might not be ubiquitous, but it's in there enough that they pointed it out. Mama, you got to spend the day with your granddaughters on Monday. They wore you out. It was a good heart and soul medicine you needed. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, my daughter has, my husband's parents are amazing. So in them, my daughter has amazing grandparents, and I love watching them interact, but I always do feel a little bad because my daughter is a massive ball of energy and always has been. And I know she wears them out, but you know, they love her, she loves them, and it is wholesome just watching them be together. It really is. So I'm glad you got that, Mama Jewel. You spent most of yesterday recovering, I bet. Yeah. I'm glad you got to do that, though. Boy, we're decreasing again. Let me join this up and I will read your thinger. So wait, that was 1, 2, 3. And then decrease. They loved the custom treat bags. Oh, you made them treat bags. The oldest was bragging to their friends. Our mama made these special for us. Nobody else has one like it. It's special because our mama loves us. Oh, you can't buy this anywhere. I'm glad they understand that too. Like that's really great that they understand that you know there was special love and care and attention in that. She bragged about it to anyone who would listen. Oh, that's gotta feel so good, Mama Jewel. I'm glad you got to do that. Oops, I don't want to do that. Oh, my stuff's getting tangled. I think we're getting close to being done with the small spot at least. That'll help us out. Yeah, my daughter had a really good trick-or-treat. 2, 3. There's really no trick-or-treating on our road because it's a back road. There's no lights. There's not many houses on it, so like no one goes up and down the road trick-or-treating. But we have 3 different neighbors who, like one of the neighbors we don't really even like know, but for the past 2 years they've hung like a little candy bag on our mailbox. Words. They hung a little candy bag on our mailbox, and they put in a little card saying, you know, like, oh, like, hi from your neighbors at this address. So I've made sure my daughter has drawn them a thank you picture. Both times they did that. That was really sweet. And then 2 of the neighbors that we do know, just kind of up along the road a little bit further, they make sure that my daughter comes by to grab something they put together for her and for the other kids in the neighborhood. There are some really good people out there. There's a lot of crap in the world, but there are some really good people out there, and I get to live next to a bunch of them, which is nice. Who needs to pay for advertising when I have grandkids? Exactly, yes. They have great pride and joy in the things you make them. I'm glad. They took them to church activities yesterday and were bragging there as well. Your daughter said to expect inquiries. Very nice. Make that money, Mama Jewel. Oh, you shared your jack-o'-lantern in Discord. I'm going to head over there. Let me get to the end of this so I don't lose track of my decreases here, because it's a pain in the butt. Okay, that's good. All right, almost to the end of this. And then we're going to go check out Discord, because I want to see this. Oh, I think actually that was the end of that small patch. So I'll have to go back and tie it off in a minute here. All right. All right, small one's done. Let's see if I can untangle this junk. Maybe. There we go. Whew, all right. Let's go. I don't want it to be full screen, but I want it to be larger. Let me see. Ooh. Until things went bad. Oh. Oh. What happened? Did it was just singed from the light? That is pretty cool. Do you have a smoke machine there too? Nice. So did it get singed and then you recolored it all? Hey, Nerd Alert, welcome in! We were checking out the jack-o'-lantern that Daedalus Kazan made. This guy. So that was made with leather. You dyed the inside black. Oh, the dye wicked through. Gotcha. Gotcha. So you dyed everything, all of the leather black, and then colored around the face holes. Face holes. That's pretty cool. I like it black like that. That's really cool. That is neat.